Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You will love that. The third movement of Beethoven Symphony Number 4, the B flat major, Opus 60, that is called also a scherzo and also a minuet. Beethoven put there allegro vivace. So, what makes it a minuet and what makes it scherzo? Because it's both. It's the competition between a minuet and the polka under the big umbrella of a scherzo, because scherzo means joke. So what is the joke? The duple and triple meter dances are playing around. We have a beautiful 5 times 4 bars unit here and switching between triple meter and duple meter. You will love that. Probably this is how Beethoven himself played it for himself at his time on his piano. Or we might sing it polka, 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 minuet, 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 polka, 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 and minuet. So it's very, very tricky, very nice, full with joke, full with life, vivace, competition between a French dance and the German dance, between an aristocratic dance and the folk dance in Germany. Like in the instruments, there is the German clarinet, the French clarinet, the French oboe, the German oboe, the French horn, the English horn. So let's compete the two dances. And this is a funny joke. How will you conduct a challenge? Because duple triple meter is written and it's written in 3/4, conducted in 1. So how will you show that? I suggest the same idea as in the previous scherzo. I said an ictus slash pull up preparation gesture with a very quick wrist gesture, giving space for the pickup note. And the legato piano material is a small group, so horizontal conducting takes over. So the beginning is vertical and forte. String, 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 and woodwind and strings and back. And and one and two and climax and arm and repeat. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. But the music is written 2 plus 2. So you can also cheat. You can connect the polka and the minuet like this. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. So this is what is written there, but we are not supposed to conduct like that. We just have to stay with the basic conducting pattern in 1. So all space there. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. We involve this all into your hand. Let's see how the big conductors are doing it. You will love that. You will love that because they are doing several different ideas. Number one, the tempo, the articulation, and how will you show the dynamics and everything that you are supposed to show. Here we are. Excellent, excellent. You might notice that he had the tempo checked the tempo before he started the piece publicly. He showed that this is the tempo. I'm looking for the tempo. And after he gave an extra preparation bit to make sure that nobody will misunderstand it. And the first, the polka session was very clear. The legato was beautiful. My question is, why do you use the same size of a conducting device, your arm, for two instruments, the bassoon and clarinet, than all the strings before, while the woodwinds are piano and these are fortissimo? So I suggest to make it smaller, smaller, smaller. Piano, two instruments, smaller, smaller, smaller. But he noticed that, and he when I started the new polka entrance in piano and the big crescendo, we went back even lower the level of the horizontal lane and brought it up to a huge crescendo that is written the score. I think this part was really, really good. And the tempo, we can't complain that it was slow. It was really fast. Let's see how others are doing it, because we have several examples for that. Another conductor. Let's see how Thomas is doing it. You might notice that it was very tricky what he did, because he didn't conduct the piece in one. He conducted in two, and it's not written in two. The phrasing is four. So why are you conducting two or four or one? The two is just between the two. It's a kind of cheating. And the main idea of the game, of the joke of the two and double and triple meter was not really emphasized there. The tempo is also very, very fast. Let's see how others doing it. I'm sure that we will see several different kind of ideas to enjoy the big differences between big performers. And here we are with Karajan, a big master of Beethoven. I think what we really should learn from that he conducted the phrases very clearly. He started the first one very vertically. He moved to the second material very horizontally, chamber music, much more small. And changed from the horizontal conducting to vertical conducting, and the big crescendo, and the polka came back, and the big culmination of the big minuet. I think it was very clear, and we can learn those all. Probably a little more happy facial expression would make the joke more legal or more understood by the big public, to make sure that everyone will understand, hey, this is a joke, this is not a that serious thing. And here is one more that I would like to show. And probably you also notice that the tempo is getting slower and slower by getting older conductors. Excellent. You might notice that the tempo was even slower than Karajan. The first two conductors were younger and very excited about, and the joke part didn't control the tempo. And the last two conductors could control their emotions. or maybe the aging, I don't know. I am over 60, so I wouldn't do that fest anymore. And I did fest to myself when I was younger, 40 years ago. But now the joke part of it, the fun, the two and three. And you could see from the hand of Bernstein that the duple meter was very clearly controlled, and the legato was very clearly, even the dynamics was controlled. He used smaller conducting box for the two instruments, the clarinet and bassoon, and all the strings in piano just a little bit in the tip of the bow. And the big crescendo he showed very vertically, changing, and arrived to the very end, targeted bam 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 bam, closing motif of the minuet, the menuetto, because it's just a joke idea. You see how much we can learn by just observing other conductors. We can learn about music, we can learn about Beethoven, we can learn about style, we can learn about the personalities, and we learn that music is just amazing. And we can learn that Beethoven had a great sense of humor too. He was a real human being. And not only the big drama, he also knew the other side of the life. Thank you very much for your attention and hope you have a wonderful day. I will be back. Don't miss too much my Hungarian accent.